So hey guys, welcome back to my channel again. My name is Arsalan and today we are on day 14 of solving Python OOPS question. So if you are very new to this channel, let me brief it to you that what this channel is all about and what is this playlist is all about. So in this playlist we will be solving the question of object oriented programming system with the help of Python. I have started with a very basic concept and we have moved further and further and further, and we have come to day 14 where we'll be solving a question, very different question from the question we have solved previously. So each day we will be having different question to solve to build our logic of object oriented programming system. And guys, we all know that we all learn the concept of programming, however we find it difficult to just implement it. So to implement the logic of object oriented programming, I have created this playlist for people who have been struggling like me in object oriented programming. So I have created a playlist where we will be solving the question of object oriented programming system, and we will be solving it with the help of Python to build our logic and to understand with various questions. So we started from very basic question and then we have moved further from day 1 to day 2, day 3 and day 4, and on day 14 we have come today. So guys, just before starting with this question, with this tutorial, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. So first of all, I would ask you guys to please do it on your own, and then if you are unable to solve this question, I will try to help you out. So let's see what the question is all about, and if you have solved this question, please comment in the comment section that what is your code, and I will see it and I will give you a like if you have done it correctly. And even if you haven't done it correctly, I will be still giving it you a like for your for your try. So let's start the question. So step by step we will be going. So let's see. First of all, they are asking us to create a class as bank, and then we have to create a class level attribute as bank count. Bank count. So we have been doing these questions from from the last 2 days, right? We have done it on day 40, day 12. Where we have defined class level attribute as pi, then we have defined a class level attribute as vehicle count, and then we have another question where we are defining a bank count as 0. So we know that how do we solve class level attribute question as well. So now we can do this as well. However, let's see what the question is more trickier here. So what makes it different from the question we have done from on day 12 and 13. So the question remains the same, the logic remains the same till the line number 1, the statement number 1, the attribute should be initialized to 0 and incremented every time a new bank is created. So it remains the same where we have I have already explained it to you that each time vehicle count was created, means the object is created, the vehicle count was incremented. Similarly here, each time an object of bank would be created, the incrementation of the bank count would be incremented by 1. All right, so we will be doing that as that too. So let's say we have 3 objects here, 3 instances. Bank 1 is equals to bank 2, bank 3. Now these, since they are object, so we have to close it by parenthesis. And this would be bank 2 and bank 3. If I just print bank 1 dot bank count, you will be just getting the value as 0, as you all know. So we do know that if you print it right now, it would be giving us 0. So it's saying that int object is not callable. Okay, yeah, so we have call it as a method while it's a int value, right? So if I run it now, it would be not showing me an error. So previously it was showing an error because I have put parenthesis. However, this was an int value, not a class, not a function or a method, right? So we have to define now next thing is we have to take these things. What the things we have mentioned here is the bank should have instance attribute for name and location. So let's put name and location here. Instance attribute now we will be creating to represent the name and location of the bank. So step by step, slowly and gradually, we will be solving this question. Self.name is equals to name and self.location is equals to location. Now next move, let's move further. Additionally, include an instance attribute for branches as a list to store names of the branches in the bank. Okay, so let's do that. Self.branches is equals to branches. Branch. So it would be an empty list, right? So we will be just putting it like this. So this is created. Now we have to apply a logic. While if every time this thing is created, the whole object is created, we will be just incrementing it by 1. Bank count should be incremented by 1. So we will be seeing that bank count plus is equals to 1. Okay, now if I print it, you will be getting 1 here, while we also have to put the name of the bank and the location. So let's say name is ABC and location is XYZ. I do not know the name or bank location or anything. I'm just putting it random values here, and let's run this and see what we have done. So we have done it correctly. We are getting 1. Why we are getting 1? Because one object has been created. If I just want to print the initial value, how will be printing? We will be just saying that print bank dot bank count. So if I print it the all the above here, you will be seeing that it's a 0 here. So 0 1. So each time I will be creating here, it would be incrementing by 1 1 and 1. So we will be getting 1 2 0 1 2 3. You can see. Let me just put it all down here and print it again and run it again here. You will be seeing that 0 1 2 3 we have got. Now we have created this. We have created a name, we have created a location instance attribute, and we have created branches instance attribute additionally, as they have asked. Include as they had said that additionally include an instance attribute for branches as a list to store the names of the branches in the bank. So this branches self.branches, this list we have created, is an empty list. In this we will be just adding or removing the branches. Okay, so implement methods to add a new branch to a bank and remove an existing branch from a bank. So how do we gonna do that? Let's create a method as add what is the method? Add a new branch. So add branch, branch. So we know that how do we append the values or add the values in a list. So self and the branch we want to add. So let's say new branch is the branch we want to add. So we already know that how do we append the values in a branch, on a list. So we have been discussing it in our previous tutorial that if you will be appending the values, if you will be adding the values in a list, we will use the function as append function, and to do that we will be saying that self dot branches dot append, in bracket we will be saying that new branch. So let's see guys how we gonna how we will be seeing our list here. So if you want to just check out the branches of, let's say, bank 1. In bank 1, what are the branches we have? So let's say we want to check the uh, branches in bank 1. uh, so bank 1 is an object, so we want to check the uh, the branches in a bank 1. So initially how many are there? So if I print bank 1 dot uh, dot branches, you will be seeing an empty list, right? See, I am getting an empty list. Now if I want to add, what thing we will be just putting it here, just comment it down in the comment section that what line of code we will be writing to add a object, add an item or a new branch in the branches, right? So what we will be doing here, we will be saying that add bank 1 dot add branch, and let's say I add a branch of 1 2 3 is my brand new branch, or you can say that new one. And if I print it now, after adding it, I will be getting new one in my bank 1. So this is how it works, and I hope that you have understood this too. So we have to implement another method. Let's say we have a method to remove, right? We have a method to remove, so we will be saying that remove, move, remove, branch, remove branch, and self, and the branch name. So let's say we have branch name, and first of all we will be checking if it's there or not. So we will be checking if the branch name is there or not. If it's not there, then we cannot remove it, right? If it's there, we can remove. Means if something is there in something, we can remove it. If it's not there, how can we remove it? So that it's the same logic we are applying here. So if branch name in self dot branches, then we can remove it, else we cannot remove it. So we will be removing it if it's there. Self dot branches dot remove what? Branch name. Else throw me an error, return me what? Return me an error. There is no branch there is no branch as branch name in in our branches, and we will be putting f string here, of course. So yeah, now done. So now if you want to check if it's working properly or not, so let's say if I now take bank 2 here, let's say I take bank 2, so print bank 2 dot branches. Now what I'm doing here is I'm taking bank 2 into consideration. I'm taking bank 2 into consideration, and now let's run the code. You see that this is what we got. We got an empty list. Why we got an empty list? Because in bank 2 there is no added branches. So let's add some branches here. So we can add bank 2 dot add branch. Let's say it's bank 2 new branch. Now this is the branch we have added, and if I run this, you will be seeing that we will be getting a bank 2 new branch in our list. See, we got bank 2 new branch. And if I want to add another, we can edit another. Let's say I want to add another, and I want to print this thing again. So new branch 2, bank 2, new branch 2. Let's put a dash here or a hyphen here. Yeah, see, we have got 2 items here. Now let's check the second method we have created, remove branch. We have checked our first method, it's working correctly for we have checked for two objects here, right? For the third one you can check. I have already checked for the first two. You can check it for the third bank we have, right? You can check it for third, or else I can just create I can just make it for 3 as well, right? So let's say I have bank 3 dot. First of all, I will be just checking if its remove branch is working or not. Let's say I want to remove branch, anything we want to remove. Remove item number new one, and if I want to remove and print bank 3 dot branches. Now what you will be getting here is an error, right? See, sorry, I haven't printed the error, so you will be getting a message of error. You have to print this. Why we are printing is because we are returning it here, we are not printing it, and new one is not added into bank 3. That's why it would be showing me this error. See, there is no branch in as new one in our branches. So if you want to just check if it's working properly, you can do this way. And if you want to check whether we can remove it or not, you can just add this value and remove it. So let's say in bank 2, let me put it comment here, bank 3 into consideration. Let's say we are checking for bank 2. So if you want to check remove branch on bank 2. So let's say bank 2 dot remove branch which branch you want to remove. We have 2 branches, right? So we want to remove let's say the last one we have created, control V, and let's say we were printing this thing. And now let's run this. You see that it's working properly. Let me put comment this thing here so that you know that what we have got. So the last line of code is our answer for the the code we have run right now. So I hope that you've understood this. You see that first of all we have an empty list in our bank 2, then we have add one item, one branch, and then we have add another item, then we have removed an item from the method we have created. So with the method, 2 methods, we have add the branch, we have removed the branch, and then we have also first of all printed the empty list. So guys, this was all for today. I hope that you have understood this tutorial and you have liked this tutorial, and I also believe that your the concept of the object oriented programming system of yours is increasing day by day. So this was all for today on day 14. Thank you guys for watching this video, and see you next time.